And I went over and like he shook my hand. He's like, dude, I wasn't sure if it was you. I showed it to my mate and he's like, dude, don't be racist.
I saw a podcast clip of a guy who he was like 30 years old, and for like the last 30 years, he thought how you take a dump was you get the toilet paper and you catch your own poo as it falls.
No way, dude.
That can't be right.
Welcome back to Critical Banter, the podcast that brings a Friday drinks chat to you. This week's episode, we bring back two classic segments. We got the game category and we got Dobbin Array in it. Wow, what a week to be on the pod. For that Trap the Week, we got me, Miguel. We have Sen.
Wow.
Kush.
Yes, sir.
And we have Ro.
G'day.
I've got today's drink, boys. It's more of a classic. Red Bull, sugar-free. You got football later. Let's give that a sip. Classic. 9 out of 10. I'll give it that. Kush.
Is that good, by the way, to have before football? Like, no issues if you drink a whole Red Bull? Sports?
Little boost, mate. People drink caffeine. People drink all sorts of stuff. So,
There
absolutely.
was a scandal in the AFL where they were taking caffeine tablets. Do you remember that?
Is that a scandal?
Yeah. You weren't allowed to.
Too OP.
What's wrong with taking caffeine?
Honestly, I don't actually know.
You just had one tidbit.
No, I think it's just like, I don't know, makes you more alert, you know, it just gives you a little power up.
Sound like a...
Yeah, that can't be that big of an advantage.
Anyway, I want to tell a quick little story about our microphones. As you can see, both Migs and Sen here are handheld today. That's because we're going through some renovations. And that renovation is, of course, the stand. So if you noticed before in our previous videos, we used to have these arm stands. Ro and I have like this very beautifully positioned...
Don't glaze the studio arm, all right?
You two will also be getting a studio arm soon now. We've got them here. But basically, I personally have finally won against a corporation.
Yeah, this is big news actually, because you're 0-2 at the moment.
Yeah, I was...
That we know of.
Yeah, he's actually like 2 and 35 in his personal time. Remember Fratelli Fresh?
Actually, there is another one where
yeah.
I'm kind of 0 on those.
Oh yeah, give us that as well.
Okay, let's start with this one first. So in India, I booked IMAX tickets through this company called Book My Show for like 7 of us.
Okay.
3,500 rupees, but I booked the wrong show.
What's that in AUD quickly?
That's $55 or something. No, jokes. I don't know maths. What's 30?
It's like $50.
Yeah, $50. Yeah, sure.
Just under, but yeah, go on.
Yeah. Turns out, I booked the wrong timing. And so I went there, I'm like, just switch the show, man. Easy done. That's what I thought. No, it can't be done. In
Was
fact,
the show that you booked like, did you go there at 7 o'clock and you wanted the 9 o'clock show?
we wanted the 4 p.m. show, but I booked a 7 p.m. show.
So you rocked up at 7 o'clock.
No. We didn't even rock up. Like I booked it and then I sent it to the chat, our cousin's chat, and then they were like, "Oh, you booked the wrong time." And I was like, "I can't believe I've done this." And so I went through the help center, did the thing. I'm like, "Nice and easy, get me through." They're like, "No, sir, you cannot do that. You actually paid a fee, the booking fee, which means we can only refund up to a certain amount, which is 2,500 rupees. The rest 1,500 loss." I'm like, "Okay, whatever. At least I'll get my 2,500 back, and I'll still have a good time with the cousins when we watch it at 4 p.m. I still haven't got that 2,500 back, and I don't know why.
I don't think you're seeing it back, brother.
First of all, they have a chat feature in the app called Book My Show. It's been disabled for me now.
You've been shadow banned from the chat.
Ever since I landed in Australia, it's disappeared. Like, it was there in India because I was talking to them through the chat feature.
Yeah. Once they knew you were out of the country, they're
Yeah.
like, this is not my problem anymore.
Yeah. I have a feeling that it hasn't come back because something to do with currency conversion.
No, it's probably just like geo-blocked. Like
Yeah.
you can't access it. Like if you actually want to do it, probably get a VPN and see what you can do.
No, I can access
That brings
the
us
app.
to today's sponsor. I wish.
No, I can access the app and I've sent them.
No, I know. But I'm sure that like there's parts of it that you can't use because you're in Australia and it knows your like location.
Yeah. I sent them an email and they were like, "Oh, we're so sorry to hear that you haven't got a refund. Go to your bank. Here's the ARN number." Went to the bank. The bank's like, "No, sorry. Go back to the application."
Dude, I hate when these companies do this.
Yeah.
It's just pass the parcel. They just toss you to someone else, make it their problem.
Yeah.
This person who you've been passed on to doesn't care about this either, so he shocks you onto someone else.
And now
It's
what?
a little ping pong match.
Exactly. And now what they've requested, this Book My Show company, is they want to see my bank statement from the date of the purchase till now to see proof.
Do you need a loan?
Well, dude, I don't want to
Give us your
give
pay
out.
slips as well.
Credit
I
check.
can give them a pay slip. They're going to see all my purchases. Which
Yeah.
is whatever.
What do you have to
but-
hide, Kush?
No, I mean, it's a bit of PII, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, a bit of purchasing history. But anyway, I'm still at an L with that. So it was good to get a win here where we got the stands without any sort of debacle or any sort of debaucherous behavior from Annie's.
No, they stitched us up initially. Give a quick recap of the.
Quick recap. Okay, all right.
This is, by the way, this is like how long is it? A year
This is
saga.
pretty much a year-long saga.
But
now.
it really should have been a week, but we were really lazy and
Yeah.
it turned into a year saga.
Hands
No,
up.
I'm not taking all of the.
No,
the
half
blame
of it
here.
was a little bit of us.
Like 90% was us.
95%, I'd say. Anyway, we bought these two stands. Within 3 months, they essentially broke. Well, Sen's one broke. It kept falling
Sen's
down.
one broke maybe in the second recording.
the
No,
first
no.
day.
I know. I don't think it was the first day. It was like 2-3 months.
Nah,
No,
nah.
Yeah.
It was pretty early on.
And
Okay.
even more context, we ordered it, and then I went to Europe.
Mm.
And so they were just sitting in my house for like a month or two. And
Yeah.
there was one week, Sen and I came in and like built everything. So there's a
That's right.
long run up.
That makes sense. Okay.
Yeah.
Because I was looking through the emails and it was, I sent the email being the stand was broken 3 months after we purchased it.
Yeah.
I was struggling to figure out why I sent it 3 months after. Because in my head, I was like, it was the second recording.
Mm.
This makes sense now because it was the Europe trip and then you guys came back and then we set it up. Anyway, that's a bit of clarity for me.
Yeah.
a plot hole solved in the story.
Yeah, so Sand broke immediately.
Yeah.
Then we went on the first expedition. Then we sent Manny to Manny's to go sort out some
Yeah, because
dirty
none of
business.
yous wanted to
And
go.
they played him like a fiddle.
Well, no, then Manny charged $40 or something to parking to the podcast account that day.
None of yous wanted to go, mate. So there we go. I
Look,
park where I want.
You did a heroic thing. You went there. You went with the stand, and I don't know what they did, but they did some magic, and it was working all of a sudden.
So the thing they did to me was because you were in charge of all the comms, Kush.
Mm.
So basically, when I got there, first of all, it was a little sour taste. Like, oh, the guy's like, oh, I remember Kush. And they sent me somewhere else. That was already a bad start. And they kept referring back to like the emails and the phone calls and stuff. And I'm like, I actually don't know what Kush has said here. So I couldn't really like back his word or
Or
like
simply a puppet.
exactly. I couldn't continue a narrative because I didn't know what the narrative was. So
Absolutely.
they probably caught on and played me like a fiddle.
That's actually rookie error. We should have got the story straight immediately.
Yeah.
You should have had some sort of briefing in
I
the
should have gone
control
with
room.
Remix.
No,
Yeah,
because first I think the way they messaged you before I went was like, just come in,
Yeah.
we'll take a look, and then we'll replace it, right? So what would I need to get a story straight when they're on my side? But I get there and then they accost me like, have you tried this height? Have you tried this angle? What microphone weight do you use? Did you look at these specs? I'm like, shut up.
It was an ambush.
You actually were ambushed there, and
Yeah,
then,
so Miggs got rickrolled. Then
then
I had
we
to,
came
I had to
back.
take it back.
Yeah.
I took everything back.
He drove there, paid $40, took the mic back home, the stand back home. We set it all up again, and literally, I think in that first recording, didn't work for Stan. Couldn't do it. So
and these are the struggles you don't hear about, You guys get a perfectly polished podcast. Meanwhile, we're struggling internally
yeah,
with the quality of our products.
and
I get yelled at by Kush every week for not talking into the mic properly.
and think about poor Senny, his arm. This thing is heavy, man. This Procaster, and he's been holding it for months and months. So, say Sen.
So what we gave up a little bit after that little expedition.
We
we're
gave
like,
up.
we
We
gave
gave
up.
up.
We
No-
gave up.
None of us wanted to go back to Manny's because
That was like a year ago.
this was August 2023. That's
Manny
when it
went,
was.
yeah, Manny went to Manny in September last year.
Yes, September. And then none of us wanted to go, and we kind of forgot about it. Sen didn't really raise any concerns. He was like, "It's all good."
Then he
I'm
started getting
handling.
back problems.
And then
Yeah, the physio appointments
then the whispers
increased.
came in. I'm slouching a little bit. The leg's not feeling too good, and I was like, "All right, we understand the story. We got to get this solved right now." So when I mean right now, I mean this month. So anyway, I started another email thread with Manny's. I'm like, "Look," gave them the whole recap, and I was telling them, "We need to come in. You guys are going to solve this for me immediately." This time I was like, I'm going to go. Let's get this done and dusted. I'm going to do some magic, talk to the manager, sort it out immediately.
But should we have sent the man who was 0-3? You know what I mean? Like,
No.
we've sent the bloke who's just been ground and pounded by these big corporations.
Yeah, but think about the motivation for me. For me, it was I needed a win.
It's personal.
Yeah.
It was personal for me.
That's true. Yeah, when you get 3 losses back to
I was
back,
passionate.
yeah,
Yeah,
you
I
need
was
something.
passionate.
To,
So I went there, and I went there on a work day, no less. So Miggs and I, we coordinated, gave me the stand. You did a little pass the parcel.
Yeah,
went
dude,
down
I had to
Andrea.
bring the stand on the bus to work. Dude, and I had it covered in bags. No one knew what I was holding, man. It was a bit how you going.
He had a Woolworths bag at the bottom and an Aldi bag at the top.
Yeah, because we don't have the box. And I also don't have a bag big enough for a mic stand.
you're lucky you're not in the US, man. That's like concealing a weapon. Bro.
I could have been done.
I went to Manny's and I gave them the whole gist, and they started doing the same thing what they did last time, I think. And they set it up, and I was like, I'll let them do their thing now. I just want to see what they did to Miggs. Did they really ambush him? Did they play him like a fool? And they almost got me as well. They were like, look here, it's working. And I'm like, interesting. And so I was like, do you mind if I just play around with it? And then they're
And
like,
then he just fucking smashed shit out of it.
he was like, sure, no problems. He was awfully confident. And so then I took it to a place where like Sen would normally sit, turned it around, put the mic stand as how Sen would normally have it, immediately went down. It
That's
fell.
class.
And then he was like, oh, that's interesting. I haven't seen that one. He was still stumbling with his words. And then I played with more positions and I was like, it's not working. And then he was like, we need to test some more. So he got out a whole new stand that they had in stock and they did it with that. And it also failed. And then he was like, oh, I don't think this stand can actually hold a microphone. And I was like, interesting. But you see, James in May 2023 over multiple phone calls and an email, which I have in writing, said to me quite explicitly that this stand is perfect to hold your microphone.
That is true. They recommended the stand.
Dude,
that is right.
I
This
had
wasn't
it in
our own
writing.
research.
I had it in writing.
No, but that you then came back again.
Wait, no, hold on. No, before you get into the L, all right? That whole thing happened.
Let him
They were
paint
like-
the picture, bro.
Yeah. And then I spoke to the manager because this guy wasn't really helping me. I was like, escalate it. Come on, send it up.
Manny himself.
Yeah. Yeah, Manny came out. And this guy was a bit clueless. He was really aggressive. He's like, well, why didn't you come? You know, it broke in August.
Which is a very valid question.
And in my head, I was like, fuck, I need to quickly whip out a story. And I was like, well, why would I come? Put it in the customer's shoes, you know? Put yourself in my shoes. You guys have sold me the wrong mic. Now you're telling me that this salesperson didn't even know this mic fits in the stand. We went there once. You send us packing without doing a full testing. Why would I believe you, Mannies?
That's class, Kush.
Why
That
would
is
I believe
class.
Gaslighting session.
Yeah. And then we went back and forth and he was like, no, I totally understand, you know, but we'd ideally like you to come as soon as possible, right? And then that's when I did a little bit of back and forth and they were like, look, you come back with both stands and we will replace it for you with a stand that you like or a nice little Rode PSA one that Ro and I have right now.
So this guy was a bit tricky. By the way, Manny's Music is the actual full name of the store. If you don't, if you're not familiar with the saga, but he maybe was banking on our laziness once again.
No, he did.
Because he then told you to go home, bring the other one, come back to Alexandria.
Yeah, and there was a point in time where before he was like, do you want this like stand that we have, bro? He was like, why don't you try this? It was called some Herculean boom stand.
Oh, upsell.
No, it was a downsell. It was $99. It was cheaper than what we paid for. And anyway, it was working. And I was like, why is this one working than the one that we bought? And he was like, I don't know, probably physics.
Yeah, that's a bit.
And then I looked at the manager, gave him one of these ones. And I was like, you know what, mate? Why don't you just give it me in writing? We'll come in next week and we'll sort this out. And then that's when he got a little bit quiet, you know? And he's like, I probably shouldn't have said that. Anyway, we came in, Sen and I came, spoke to Manny's. We got it replaced within like 15 minutes. Got the stands a bit out of pocket, but not too much. But we got a win.
There you
got
go.
a nice
Congratulations,
little win.
Coach. How does it feel to actually get a win?
It was actually quite nice. I was ready to have some words because I thought they were going to do some retesting again because that's why they were like, they also told us to bring the microphone for Miggs' second stand. 'cause they
Yeah,
wanted
yeah.
to do
You
more
told us
testing.
this. I told, mate, why are you bringing the microphone?
Yeah.
How many times do we need to test that it doesn't work?
Precisely that. So I was ready. I was ready to absolutely spin a story, but we had some trainee staff assistant there who was a bit clueless.
Oh,
He
yeah,
was
that-
under pressure. The phone was ringing
Yeah, it was-
nonstop.
That's like sending a lamb to the slaughter against
Yeah.
Kush. This trainee on his second day.
Dude, he kept like scratching his hair. He was like, I'll go speak to someone. And he said that like 2-3 times. He's like, I'm just waiting for someone.
Yeah, I
He
felt
walked
sorry for
somewhere.
him actually.
Yeah,
He
yeah.
seemed pretty flustered.
Yeah, he was like, he wasn't sure. And
Did Kush rattle him?
no, not really.
Bro, he rattled himself, really.
Kush probably has a record on Manny's computer. Just if you ever run into this guy.
Actually, yeah, because you came in and you're like, oh, I've got an email trail here. Can you look it up? And this guy spent 5 minutes like trying to log into the system. That's how much he was fumbling. He's like, oh, sorry, sir. Give me a second. Give
Yeah,
me a
because there's
second.
probably like a picture of Kush at the back and a big red cross.
Watch out for this guy.
Yeah, do not serve.
The best part
This man
was
is armed and dangerous.
the best part was when they were describing the refund send. I don't know if you remember this, but then they were like, because we were refunding $240. The trainee was like, well, where does that $240 go? And the guy was like, it like goes in the air, in the ether.
Yeah, he said the money's just in the ether somewhere. And me and Kush just look up. But we would like the money to come back, actually.
And then when they put these two stands in as a replacement, they were like, that's when the money comes flying back from the air into our system. I was like, bro, what is this guy explaining? Like, what is this?
And you
Anyway.
get to ask the guy 3 times to print your receipt as well.
Oh, that thing. The trainee was flustered. I was like, I need a paper receipt as well, you know, for tax purposes. He's like, I got this. And then he was like, sweet, done and dusted. I was like, do you have the receipt? He's like, oh, sorry, I didn't get the receipt. I have to go downstairs to print it. We moved to a second area upstairs and he's got the bags packed for us. And then he's like, sweet, thank you for coming. And I was like, do you have the receipt, brother? We go on down and third time's the charm, we get the receipt. But that saga's done and dusted. I've got to win. We personally, you'll see Sed and Migs hopefully next week with stands. So there you go.
So a few weeks ago, you would have seen on our stories that on Anzac Day, we went to go play some 2-up. First time I played 2-up. I think it was the first time all of us had played 2-up. Initial thoughts, boys. Actually, wait, let me quickly explain what 2-up is. So it's a game that they played during World War One. It's the most basic form of gambling possible, and it's only legal to play on Anzac Day. So one day a year, it's legal to play. And essentially, a guy throws up 2 coins, and you got to essentially bet on if both the coins will come up as heads or both the coins will come up as tails. And you either double your money or you lose it all. Very simple game. And
But you bet against other people in the crowd.
Correct.
So
And
there's
if it
one
comes-
flip and there's like 50 bets that are going on.
So everyone's betting on the same event. And you can bet on however much you want. You just got to find someone who has the same amount as you. Thoughts?
Initial thoughts?
Yeah.
Initial first games? Exhilarating. I must say, stepping in, putting a little note on my head or my ass as a tails. Lovely. 3 games in. I was a bit done at that point. How many coin flips can I be entertained by?
Because the problem, okay, yes, agreed. The first like couple of hands, my heart was actually racing when the guy flips the coin, and then like it basically there's a little square, right? And you have to land in the square, and obviously as the coin comes down, it bounces, and sometimes it goes out. So like it was very non-eventful because also what can happen is 1 heads, 1 tails, which is like a no event, and then you have to redo it, right? So for 1 hand, basically you could potentially be waiting like 3 or 4 coin flips because some of these donkeys were throwing it so high that the coins were getting outside of that square. And if it goes outside of the square, it's like a no result.
Dead ball.
Dead ball. So I'm waiting. There was like one time it was like 8 hands, 8 flips, right? And I'm a purist gambler. I like my hands to be fast, like roulette, blackjack, they're efficient with it.
Yeah.
Sometimes when it went head and tails, it's like a bit worrying. And then also doubling your money I realize it's not that fun.
Yeah.
Like you want to go on like runs kind of. And like with the roulette and stuff, you feel like you can go on a couple runs and go like double.
Yeah.
Maybe because I lost all my money, I didn't find it as fun. But yeah, initially it's good stuff. But I don't know how you can sit there playing for hours.
Can I ask, because obviously I saw a lot of the videos of the lines being out of the wazoo with a lot of the hotels. They're all there to play 2-up.
Yep.
Like,
Yeah.
is that worth like waiting an hour to play a bit of 2-up?
So the place we went to was like some local-ish pub, no line, small crowd, probably like 20 people playing,
That's all right.
probably 30,
At
40
most.
people in the pub.
Mm.
So yeah, it's all right. I can see the appeal of a big pub like what we saw on Instagram and stuff, like hundreds of people, because then there's more vibes. It's more
Right.
exhilarating. People have 1.8K on the line sometimes, hundreds of dollars, whereas here it was like 5, 10s.
Max
So-
was like $50 someone was betting at any given
So I
time.
don't know, an hour long wait, but going to a venue with a lot of people, I think adds to the spectacle.
But it's not fun. I realize, honestly, now I realize where there's like why there's minimum bets on blackjack tables in casinos, because winning $5 doesn't do anything for me.
Nothing.
Like, I'll be completely honest.
It's a waste of time, really.
it actually is worth less. And so I then just got bored and I was just chucking up $20, $40 bets because I was like, I'm either going to win, I want to go and win like $300, or I'm happy to go to zero. So what did you think, Sen?
Yeah, I think the same thing as well. It was very, very quick diminishing returns. Like the first maybe 5 or 6 were pretty fun. And then I think it was good because we left halfway. We went and got some lunch and we came back. And then the spark came back for me. I'm like, I'm actually ready to play.
Yeah,
a
we
bit.
left for like an hour and a half to eat.
But then, yeah, when we came back, I was betting mostly 10s before. But once we came back, I was betting like 20, $40. And at one point, I went down to $20 and I worked my way back up to
Wow.
140 or
See,
something.
that would have been fun. That would have been
was fun.
nice.
And then one game in particular, you got to put if you want to go heads, you put your note on your head.
Mm.
And if you want to go tails, you put your note on your ass. And essentially, you got to look for someone doing the opposite to you with the same denomination. And that's how you know who you're playing against.
Yeah.
So I had the note on my head. And then I saw this guy with the note on his ass. But then he was also holding his phone up. And I'm like, that's a bit weird. And I looked at the phone and I'm like, it's a photo of me. And this guy had a photo of our tier list up. And he was pointing at me. He's like, this is you, right? And I'm like, yeah. He's like, bro, let's go. And then so we played. And then the idiot took my money. So he lost. So I lost. And I went over and like he shook my hand. He's like, dude, I wasn't sure if it was you. I showed it to my mate and he's like, dude, don't be racist. And I'm like, no, I'm pretty sure it's this guy. I'm like, yeah, it's me. And then he took on Roe a few minutes later as well.
I lost to him twice. So this guy, fan of the podcast, sells $60 of us. Money that we could use for stands, but it was a very nice guy. And I had a similar thing happen to me on the bus where some guy at the front of the bus, I was at the back, he just screenshotted my head and then just started zooming in. Just didn't say a word, just looked at me and zoomed in on my head.
Menacing behavior, dude.
Look, if you do see us around,
Do that. It's actually
actually pretty funny. So get a screenshot of us and just zoom.
But this guy was out for blood. He got me. He got Ro twice, and then he walked away and he pointed at Migs like, "You're next."
Then I went to get lunch because I was scared of the run this guy was on.
But at the end of the day, Sen went up a bit, quite a decent amount. Manny went up a little bit. I went down to 0, but all in all, good day out, I will say.
All right, next up we have Cop or Not, our reoccurring segment that we've been doing recently, where we get people to send in some corporate merch and we essentially just decide if we would cop it or not. So this week, someone has sent us these EY Converses. These are just normal black all-star Converses, except there is some yellow trim near the laces. There's a little EY logo on the side, and on the back heel, it says hashtag EY intern running down the heel in bright yellow. And with it, there came a little sticker that said, "Thank you for being part of the 2023 EY summer internship." What do we think?
This is outrageous. They're branding you as an intern. They want everyone to know you are the lowest in the corporate ladder.
Yeah, what happens when you finish an intern? You still got to wear the shoes. Like you get the grad position, you're still wearing hashtag EY intern.
Yeah.
But yeah, you get at the end of the internship. So what am I meant to do?
Does this suggest as well that they might have something for like partners, like hashtag EY partner, maybe like a
Ooh.
upper echelon merch kind of thing?
Surely you get like
like a
RM.
battle pass merch, you unlock more as you keep going up.
Surely it's RM Williams for partners. You can't be giving partners $100 Converse.
Or maybe more of the shoes yellow. I don't know. Because now it's just a little trim. Now it starts to encapsulate
Pure
the.
yellow at the end.
It's like karate belts where you get like the little.
Oh, yeah.
Fifth Dan. So picture this, right? You just finished an internship. You've worked, God knows how many hours, 70 hours a week for a month or two. They pop up with these Converse boxes. You open it and you see that. Are you thrilled or are you not?
I'm giving the old "thank you very much, sir," and then hiding it somewhere, never to be seen again.
I think to your point, yeah. It's at the end of the internship. So what am I meant to be doing after it? Like, am I meant to just go around walking, flexing that I was an EY intern?
Would you want this at the beginning of the internship?
I would absolutely rather this at the end.
Yeah, it's like welcome to the firm.
I would
kind
get
of thing.
somewhere out of it as a novelty. Maybe everyone else is also wearing it. I'm an intern, so I'll wear it. But afterwards.
Bro, I don't want to be labeled as an intern. It just feels so wrong. Like it feels like a way to socially divide people in the company.
Yeah, it's like classism there.
Like
we'll send them, go to the back of the bus, the EY interns.
Yeah, like partners looking down at you going, "Oh, it's the intern. Look at those shoes." No
So
way.
wait, are you saying if it didn't say hashtag EY intern at the back, you would actually wear this?
Okay, yeah. Let's. What do we think about the black and yellow type of trim?
It's all right.
Well, those are the EY colors, so I understand why they chose
Yeah.
it.
Reminds me of the black gold trim armor in RuneScape. That was pretty cool back in the day. Black G.
No, I personally don't like the colors.
I don't
Bumblebee.
mind the black and yellow, but it's just the fact that they shove EY
Yeah.
like on the side of the heel. It's like surely you just show not tell, is the EY intern not enough? Like, do you also need the logo?
No, surely the other way. I'd rather have the logo and not have the EY intern.
No, of course.
Yeah,
That's the worst part of
Why
it.
is it a hashtag? What, do you want me to tweet these shoes? What's going on?
All right. Look, for me, this is the biggest not cop of all time.
Not copying at all.
Definitely not copying.
Alrighty, boys, this week's game category is a very simple game. The boys will take turns to name something in the category I give them. Last man standing. All right, first category, we'll start with Ro. The category is sport.
Tennis,
Table tennis,
Badminton,
a pickleball,
cricket,
soccer,
paddle,
rugby,
rugby league,
snooker,
AFL,
basketball,
hurdles.
netball.
running.
But oh no.
Ooh,
See you later,
Rose.
boss.
Out. Kush,
See you
send.
later.
Kush, go.
Huh?
No,
That's
you
it.
keep-
We won.
No, you keep
No,
going.
one of us has to keep going.
We need a
Oh,
definitive
okay.
winner.
All right. Hockey,
Golf,
ice hockey,
squash.
badminton.
I already said
Been
badminton.
said.
All right.
Alrighty.
See you later, dude.
Senny. 1-0 up. Next category, Kush, you start. Cars.
Hyundai.
Porsche. Sorry.
Surely he's out
Get
for
him out
that.
of here,
No,
bro.
no.
Send him.
We've got anti-clockwise now.
Which way are we going?
No, we're
Come on.
going same.
We're going same way, you donkey.
Okay, Hyundai,
Porsche,
Ferrari.
Mercedes,
Volvo,
Oh, I was gonna say Red Bull, but
Get him out.
chill. Honda.
Toyota.
Run! He's gotta go. He's gotta go.
I'm out.
He's gotta
That
go.
was the
I'm
same
out.
amount of seconds as Ro, and he's like, "Look at this man."
I'm not going to let Ro referee this game, but send you out.
Yeah, whatever.
All right, let's take a deep breath.
No, start.
No, 3, 2, 1, go.
Mazda,
Tesla.
Volkswagen,
Oh, okay.
Alrighty. Ro has shithoused that one. Sen, you start with the next one. Movies.
12 Years a Slave. Wrong answers only.
Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone,
Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets.
Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban.
Fast and Furious 1,
Harry Potter and the Goblet of Fire.
Fast and Furious 3.
Too Fast, Too Furious,
Harry Potter and the Order of Phoenix.
Human Centipede.
Pirates of the Caribbean,
Star Wars: The Phantom Menace.
Ant-Man.
The Phantom Menace.
Yeah.
Yep.
Is that what it's called?
Yep. Keep going, Ro. Stop stalling.
Iron Man,
Captain America.
Ant-Man 2.
Captain Marvel,
Captain America: Civil War.
Ant-Man 3.
Spider-Man,
Forrest Gump.
Doctor Strange.
Saving Private Ryan.
Shawshank Redemption.
Thor.
I gotta go, dude. This is outrageous. I'm out.
Okay, all right. Dune.
Thor 2.
Bro, Blade Runner.
Thor 3.
Blade Runner 2049.
Thor 4.
Oh my, bro, this is ridiculous. Okay, Star Wars: The Attack of the Clones.
Spider-Man.
I said Spider-Man.
That's already been said.
Yeah, get him
Unlucky,
out of here.
Senny. Alrighty. Ro, you start again. Next one. Fast food chains.
KFC,
McDonald's.
Hungry Jacks.
Wendy's,
GYG.
Subway.
Shake Shack,
In and Out.
Wendy's nuts.
Oh, Mad Max.
Raising Cane's.
Sombrero.
No, I'm out.
All right, Hungry Jack's.
I said it.
That's
That's
it.
it.
Okay.
No, you refereed one. You're not refereeing again. You're
False on
out.
the first one. A porter.
No, you can. You're out.
What kind of rule is that?
There's two
Ro,
false.
Shh. All right. Next one. Kush, you start. Podcasts.
Oh.
Critical Banter podcast.
Oh my god. Hello Sport
It's
podcast.
a great cricketer.
Conan Needs a Friend.
Bloke in a bar.
Hello, Sport.
I already said.
What?
Bro, you're
Dude,
out,
oh
brother. Pay attention, man.
Out.
my-
Kush,
No idea. I'm out. That's my limit.
name one, Sen.
Rugby league guru.
There we go. Oh, that should be the one of the easier ones. Sen, you're up. Sex positions.
I'm waiting until marriage, so I'm out.
Shut the fuck up and name one.
Male.
The Dirty Sanchez.
What's that? It's called the helicopter, is it?
Helicopter.
Helicopter.
Cowgirl.
Hey.
Hey, I'm going for the classic.
Yeah, reverse cowgirl.
I'm not doing this. I'm out.
Okay, I'm also not doing this. I'm out. No, sir.
Well done,
Well
Sen.
done, you
We're not a
take it.
smutty podcast here at Critical
Yeah.
Come
Banter,
on,
you
man.
know? Come on.
Anymore. Right, Ro. Next one. Video games. This one I'm not taking FIFA 11, FIFA 12, etc., etc.
Okay.
All right. NBA 2K.
FIFA.
COD.
Spider-Man.
God of War.
Fortnite.
Elder Wand.
I'll give you one more chance to get it correct.
Wait, come
No,
on.
no. Come on. He's a noob.
Skyrim.
Okay. Elden Ring.
Oh, Elden Ring.
Is that what he was trying to say?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
what I
I
was
was
trying
trying
to
to say
say.
Elden Ring.
Ah.
Stop stalling, Sen.
GTA.
Next game.
Fortnite.
Already been said. Already been said.
Wait, dude, who's saying this?
Me.
Maybe the two sitting there, you idiot.
I think I'm
It's
just,
internal monologue for this guy.
dude, it's the monkeys clashing together right now. That's what's happening.
All right. Kush.
Kush.
Okay. Fallout.
Red Dead Redemption.
Mm-hmm.
The Last of Us.
Crash Bandicoot.
Mm-hmm.
Uncharted.
Ratchet and Clank.
Jackster and Dex. Dex?
Jack and Dax. Yeah.
Jack and Dax. Yeah. Jack. What?
Jack,
what it's called?
It's Jack and Daxter.
Jack and
Okay,
Dexter.
Jack and
Mario
Daxter.
Kart.
Pokemon.
You're a bastard. Nintendo Wii Sports.
Wee.
He was playing as he said it.
Right.
3. Wow.
Oh.
Wow.
Mind
That's
blank.
unreal. We've got 3 more. Kush, next one. Colors.
Red.
Blue.
Yellow.
Pink.
Green.
Indigo.
Purple.
Pink.
Violet.
Green.
Been said.
Oh, fine. Hex code FX44432.
Kush, you're out, Sen.
don't know what's been-
Turquoise.
Maroon.
Nah, I'm out.
You just went straight for the indie ones.
Yeah,
huh?
because I feel like
We said all the main ones.
I'm not listening to you guys speak. I'll be completely frank.
No, we know. We
you
could
have
tell.
like 6 already. ready
Yeah,
to go.
I'm just rattling them off, and if they've been said, they've been
All
said.
right, let's do one more round here, Mix.
All right. Last one. Send clothing brands.
Puma.
Nike,
Adidas,
Reebok.
CDG.
Abibas. It exists.
Yeah,
That's
fair.
the only one I'll let slide.
Okay, okay.
Gymshark.
North Face,
Zara,
Champion.
Patagonia.
Superdry.
Uniqlo.
Ooh, Balenciaga.
Ooh, H&M.
ASOS.
That's not a clothing brand.
Yeah, they have their t-shirts.
They do.
No,
They
just
do.
call
They
me
do.
paying
They do.
that.
They do. I
It's a
have
brand.
bought ASOS branded clothes.
Yeah.
No, but
It is a brand.
All right. Oh, that's rattled me a little bit. Nimble.
Kmart home brand. That's called.
I'm going to need the name.
Oh, I don't know what the name is. Sorry, I'm out.
You mean by Anko like that?
Anchor, bro. Kathmandu.
Humble.
Poet.
No, the Grinda Sandu clothing line.
Oh, stop that.
Play
G-Star Raw.
Connor.
Ralph Lauren.
Tarakash.
Converse.
Polo.
Isn't that Ralph Lauren?
It is.
But it's different.
It's not different. It's called Polo Ralph Lauren. Sen, well done.
Oh.
What a game. What a game, fellas. As always, friends, this episode is brought to you by the spring cleaning champions Manscaped. This season, make sure to groom your carpets and the drapes with the leaders in the below-the-waist grooming. Clear out the winter bush with Manscaped's Lawnmower 5.0 and watch your confidence bloom like the springtime flowers. Embrace the season and join the 10 million men worldwide who trust Manscaped with our special offer. Go to manscaped.com and use code TCB for 20% off and free shipping. After using Manscaped, I can finally say I have caught the spring fever. Introducing the season's champ, the Lawnmower 5.0 Ultra. Their 5th generation trimmer features 2 interchangeable next-gen skin-safe blade heads, a standard one for taking a little off the top, and a new foil blade to go smooth wherever your heart desires. So get 20% off and free shipping with the code TCB at manscaped.com. Once again, 20% off and free shipping with the code TCB at manscaped.com. Nothing like a little spring cleaning in your pants.
Ladies and gentlemen, today we are bringing back a classic segment of the podcast, Dob in a Rare Unit. If you're new to the podcast, haven't heard this segment before, a rare unit is essentially someone who's a bit strange, is a bit weird, and we're just dobbing them in. We think that the world needs to understand about how many rare units there are. And so the first one comes from Liran, who sends in a voice note. So I'll let him tell the story.
So there I was in the restroom at work, and I go to sit down, take a quick number 2, and some mate, follows me in about a minute later. He sits down in the stall right next to me. And after a minute or two of silence, he goes, "Damn, that smells amazing. You must have had a phenomenal lunch and dinner." And I think to myself, brother, there is no way this man has commented on the smell and stated that I have had a good diet. So I hit him with a, "Hey, thanks, mate," and try and push it off. And then about a minute later, I admit, I let out a quick toot. And he goes, "Oh, no, mate, I've been holding this one in." And then proceeds to create what I can only describe as a classical symphony of trumpets and trombones. And I think to myself, this brother man, he has first not only commented on the smell and diet of what I have consumed, but he has now held in and then waited for the executionable moment to let out this delivery, this Amazon package. And so I sit there in dead silence, amazed at what has happened. And as quickly as I can, I finish up my business and I step out to leave. And he says, "Hey, quick question before you go." And I say, "Yes, how can I help you?" And he says, "My fart, on a scale of 1 to 10, what can you rate it?" And I without question, say 6.9 and properly leave.
Alrighty.
Firstly, beautifully told story, Liran. Thank you for that. My
Wait,
favorite,
where's Liran from? Sorry, quick one. What's the accent there?
He sounds British, but then also sounds a bit Australian.
Yeah, a bit of twang Australian in there.
But I believe he lives in Japan, in
Yeah.
Tokyo.
No need to dox him.
Yeah.
So,
Man of the
interesting
world.
character. Yeah, what were you going to say, Sam?
Oh, just firstly, my first Easter egg.
Yeah, it was a nice little. You catch on it, Kush.
What?
Yeah,
Little
there's a
reference.
TCB reference in the story.
Brother man?
Yeah.
Where's that from?
Where do you think it's your brain, brother?
Thanks, man. No, Happy New Year, man, brother.
Oh,
Happy New Year, man, brother. Was the message you sent on January 1st to someone?
I appreciate that one. Thank you for that. That's crazy. I don't even know how. I wouldn't even talk to someone if someone walked in while I was mid shit and commented on the waft.
Have you seen the Hamish and Andy segment where they Andy will eat the food and then farts in Hamish's face and he has to like guess what the food he ate was?
What the
dude?
fuck?
You haven't seen that?
That sounds like some OnlyFans shit.
Yeah, dude, what website is this on?
But that's what this guy is essentially doing.
That's
He's
disgusting.
smelling the, I don't know, if Liran lives in Japan, maybe he's had a little pork tonkatsu. And then out comes the pork tonkatsu and this guy's smelling the premium cut of pork.
But has shit ever smelled somewhat good?
No, it hasn't.
So why is this guy being like, that was nice?
It's acquired taste like licorice. It never tastes good, but once you have enough, you can tell the difference between the different ones.
This also like begs the question because I've had a similar experience, not to the smelling of someone, like the commentating on someone's shit, but like when you're in a cubicle and then someone's at the urinals and you're having a chat. I've always felt that's a little bit weird because I'm inside in the cubicle and there's a guy who's like, yeah, how's your day been? You know?
Yeah.
How's it going? And you can hear the splashes and whatnot. It just feels odd. It feels bizarre, but this is taking to the next level.
No, it's also a stranger who's like next to you. I feel when I go to the bathroom, right? Like rare units, first of all, my favorite type of rare units because the weirdness comes out. I saw a podcast clip of a guy who he was like 30 years old and for like the last 30 years he thought how you take a dump was you get the toilet paper and you catch your own poo as it falls.
No way, dude.
That can't be real.
No way.
That
I don't know if
can't
it's
be
real or not, but he seemed gobsmacked when the lady next to him was like, "Oh no, you wipe," and he's like, "Oh, so you're not catching it? Like, why do you need to wipe? You just catch it."
It's like a baseball.
Yeah.
Baseball mitt, mate.
But like when I go to the bathroom, like especially number twos, then you wouldn't know. You don't go to number twos in public
Exactly.
toilets, but I try to be as quiet as possible. You know what I mean? Like I actually feel embarrassed, so embarrassed in fact that I put like 3 layers of toilet paper on the water to avoid like the splash and Poseidon's kiss.
Poseidon's kiss.
But this guy not only is but even Laurent, even giving a little peep, a little toot, I'm not about that. I'll wait for the person to exit before I let loose.
Yeah.
I do that with entering and exiting. I make sure if I hear a bit of commotion outside, I don't want people to know I've taken a dump and left. You know, I want the coast to be clear before I
Oh,
exit.
really?
Yeah.
Is
So I'll wait.
Man,
You
this
know,
is some deep-seated shame.
Exactly.
I don't know why, bro. It's so obvious you're taking a shit. Like when you walk into
But it's not obvious it's me.
Oh, okay.
You know what I mean?
So like, how are they going to know that it's you anyway?
No, none of this is rational, right? None of this is like at work potentially, right?
Yeah, okay.
When I walk in, if I take a dump, I see someone using the urinal outside, I'll wait for them to wash their hands, go away,
Oh, yeah,
and then
I
I'll
do-
exit the cubicle.
I do this as well.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah,
I don't
do
want
this as well.
I don't want them to look at me as I exit the cubicle.
The worst is when you get
Hoisting
caught.
your pants up.
Exactly,
You
man.
can smell it as well.
I don't want to claim ownership to just what's just happened.
Because I do some serious damage sometimes in the toilet. You know what I mean? Like absolute work. So I don't want anyone to know what's happened, right? It's a spotless.
Yeah, you can't look at that person the same after seen them defecate so violently.
That's what you're not seeing them. All you're seeing is them stepping out
Yeah, but
after
you
the
can
defecation.
smell the
No,
damage,
but you
bro.
can read between the lines.
You know
mate.
what's happening.
There's a waft. It's
And-
on you.
And if you can hear it as well, you can basically figure out how much, like the volume of it.
I
As
think
well.
the worst is the ones that the people who don't have shame, where like you enter a cubicle, someone's there already next to you, you know it, and you just hear the, and
Yeah.
they just release it. Like, those are the worst, dude.
You know what I've noticed at work? I feel like people try and be as quick as possible.
Yeah.
So the violence is amplified. Is how quick they try to get everything out. A lot of groans, a lot of everything. I'm like, brother, relax.
We had a life hack, I think, a few weeks ago when we were doing that segment, and it was like, if you spread your cheeks, you can't hear the fart. That's a lie. You can. You absolutely can.
You try?
I did. But, It was a life hack. I was like, I'll give it a shot.
This man went home after that recording, spread his cheeks, and reported back to us.
But I will say what actually is a hack is when you go into when you're taking a number 2, like you spread your cheeks properly spread your cheeks. And when you defecate, it's a much cleaner cleanup.
What do you mean spread? Like you like get your hand and you outstretch one
Yeah.
side?
Both sides, actually.
But you
Both
can't,
sides.
that
Like
means
a rubber band or something. Let it
like a
stretch.
toothpick. No, but that means you can't be sitting then. You have to be squatting.
No,
essentially.
you can be sitting.
How?
No, dude.
No,
how do your
how?
hands spread your cheeks if you're sitting?
Oh, you're saying you're resting both like on the actual lid? Like both of your cheeks? Like you spread it that much?
So am I sitting on my hands, but
You're sitting on your hands
Yeah,
essentially.
you're sitting on your hands. You're sitting on your hands.
I'm not touching my cheeks
disgusting.
whilst feces are coming out of my
Yeah, bro,
asshole.
come
on.
No way, dude.
Or you can squat. Do whatever works for you. But I'm just saying it's a cleaner process.
Well, that's why a squatting mechanism always works because you are spread out to probably your maximum limit, one would say.
Yeah, that's true. There's something in it. Maybe when we go to Japan, I don't know, do they have squat toilets there?
No, they've got the powerful
Oh, they got
toilet. They speak to you,
BAs.
bro. They give you dialogue. Those toilets.
It's having a full-blown conversation.
It's ChatGPT toilet, dude.
All right, going back to the rare unit.
I mean, of course this is rare.
Yeah. But also, is Liran a bit rare for
Is our man rare for responding?
responding with a 6.9 to the fart, bro? Is
No,
that-
no, I think that's fine. I think he's fine to respond in the cubicle. It's,
Yeah,
it's
I
rude, kind of.
Yeah, you can't ignore him if it's just you two.
I mean,
Yeah.
you can.
I would.
No, is the other guy rare or is he just doing a bit? Is this a comedy bit?
Have we been done?
Surely he's just having a laugh.
I can think of no
Especially
situation.
When he's asking for a rating as well. Like he's doubling down on the bit.
Yeah, and I think Liran giving the 6.9, you know, even more in the bit. I've had a thought about it, you know, to that extent.
But of all bits to do, this is not high on my list.
Ah, it's pretty funny.
it's pretty funny because he said it, didn't he? He was very uncomfortable.
It's
with the guy.
rattling.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't try it at work.
No,
There's
not a
no
chance.
I would try it at work.
Was this at work? He didn't say it was at work.
I think he did say it was at work, wasn't he?
Oh, you reckon this is public
Oh,
toilet?
so this makes it even weirder then.
No, if it's work, that's outrageous. I thought it was just a public toilet. Maybe you did. Maybe I misheard.
I think work makes it a bit okay.
You can't be
No.
asking, what did you eat? It smells delicious.
No, work makes it 10 times worse
No,
because
'cause
you
you
have a
might-
chance to know them. Public toilet, you're very likely to never see this person again.
Nah, it's a weird thing to do to someone you don't know.
Actually, I think the office is a little bit better than a public
No
toilet.
Yes.
way.
Yeah,
Yes.
I think the office is
Are we
little
having a
bit-
laugh here?
No, dude, zero chance.
I'd rather do it to someone I know than someone
Exactly.
completely
I
random.
feel like they know each other. That's the
No,
thing.
he's told it in a way that they obviously don't know each other. Or maybe he's put a little bit of mayo
Or
on
maybe
this.
like it's not like they know like their friends, their acquaintances. It's like at the office, you know that person.
No,
I'm not
that's
doing it to an
weird, dude.
acquaintance.
That's weird.
Like, I-
work friend
Yeah.
that you have this rapport and
I'll pay
joking
that.
relationship with,
Yeah.
yes. But like some guy I know that sits across the room, I'm not doing that,
Jake
bro.
from sales is not getting it. You know, Marcus from accounting, there's no way I'm asking him what he ate for lunch. It's outrageous. CLM. All right, Laran has sent in another little voice note. So strap in.
So, background information, we had a barbecue at work today, and this rare unit decided that not only was he going to chug a small bottle of vinegar, but he was also going to take a hamburger and put it inside a hot dog bun and then eat the hot dog bun from the side. So, that's the rareness that we're dealing with. Fast forward a little bit, I decide, excuse myself, to go to the restroom. Go to the restroom. I'm using one of the 3 available urinals. I'm using the one on the far left, freeing up the other 2. Mid-whiz, this guy who has just absolutely destroyed these hot dogs in a despicable manner with the hamburgers in them, he has decided to come in behind me. And he is now standing right behind me. There's about maybe a forearm of distance in between the back of me and the front of him. right behind me. So as I finish taking my whiz, I decide, you know, I have to one up this guy. I have to alpha this guy. I'm not going to be done like this. So I finish taking my whiz, and then I turn around and I stare at him. You know, I got my dong in hand and everything. I haven't zipped up the pants yet. So I turn around, seeing that he has to face me like this. I say, "Can I help you, mate?" And he looks at me with the straightest face and goes, "Oh, sorry, I didn't know if the other 2 urinals worked or not, and so I wanted to use one that worked. So I just stood behind you to make sure I could get this one before no one else could." Keep in mind, we have worked in this same place for years now, and the three urinals have always worked. He just chose to stand behind me to make sure this one particular urinal worked. And instead of waiting off to the side or standing behind maybe a meter or so, he has chosen about a forearm's distance, practically assaulting me in the process.
Bro, that's hilarious.
Dude, he had his cock out. And looked at him.
For like 30 seconds, the man behind him was just staring at you
Dude.
and
Yeah.
hearing all the droplets.
This is a low-key cuckabee cucked as well.
No, it is. But Liran is a bigger man than I. Like, I would be rattled in that
Oh,
situation.
dude.
Oh, he turned around and said, "Can I help you?
Can I
babe?"
help you?
Dude, I'm walking past him. Not a chance.
I'm telling him to fuck off. Seriously.
Oh, he's breathing in your ear, whispering sweet nothings.
Dude, Liran's workplace only hires psychos on the side of it. Do their best work in the toilets.
The hamburger one was pretty funny as well. So he got a burger and what? He just placed it in like one slice of bread, or did he roll up the hamburger as well and then put it in?
I assume it was in a hot dog roll. Is what I understood it as.
And he ate it from the
And
side.
then we skip past the guy who just sculled a bottle of vinegar. The
Yeah.
same dude. Just
Hearing his accent again, he sounds New Zealander.
New Zealander.
Yeah. So I'm very confused what his accent is. But that is a great story.
Oh,
That's
thanks very
okay.
much. That's given us a good chuckle. Thanks, Laurent. Alrighty, boys. I have one as well. I have a rare unit. So I told you boys half this story, but I didn't tell you how it ended. Sen knows because he was there when it happened. But I met this guy at a wedding, and I went with my partner Cindy. Okay, so I went with her, and this guy, he's gay, and we were on the dance floor. I didn't know him actually at all, but I just met him on the night. You know, we were having a good old time dancing in the circle. Everyone, a group of us, very friendly fellow. So the next day, I get a DM from him saying, he's like, "Hey, how's it going? I feel like I remember you from a podcast. Did you ever have a podcast of your own with or with mates?" And I was like, "Yeah, good, man. How are you? We still do it. We recorded today." He's like, "Oh, excellent. Rough morning after last night, but I'm doing pretty well." And then I was like, "Sick. Hope you had a good time last night, mate. It was good meeting you, this and that." And then that was the end of that. It was a nice interaction, you know, just a little follow-up message after I met him. He then sends me a photo, and the photo is just of a sandwich. And I've given him like a, you know, just a love react. I don't know why he sent this to me, but whatever.
Any following messages or just photo?
No, it was just a photo, like a disappearing photo. On Instagram.
Okay.
So I've given it a double tap, bang. Then, like, I didn't reply to that, obviously. A few days later, I get another photo. I open that up, and it's him shirtless, in like a sauna type situation,
Is it a selfie?
like a mirror selfie.
Okay.
And then I was like, "Oh, okay, like whatever." Gave him a double tap. Probably shouldn't have done that.
You should have let that one go. You should have let that one go.
Okay.
Because what does a double tap do, Ro? It sends a heart.
But because I did that only because he followed up with, "Oh, sorry, that was a bit inappropriate. I must have accidentally sent that." Okay, so I'm here thinking that's just a mistake. I was like, "All right, no worries, double tap, all good, brother, all good." So I
Is that
left
what
it
you
at that.
replied?
Yeah,
Mm.
replied, "Haha, all good, brother." Then he replies with a laughing, crying emoji with like a face palm, and he says, "I hope it wasn't too explicit."
Mm.
So I'm sitting there like, all right, this guy in my heart, because I've gone to the wedding with my girlfriend. I'm like, oh, no dramas. He's accidentally sent that, probably sent to the wrong person. No dramas, you know? No worries at all there. Then a few days later after that, he sends me a meme. And the meme is the photo of a car with a number plate, ass sex. So I haven't double tapped that one because at this
You know
point-
what? Good.
You finally read between the lines.
because at that point when he sent the shirtless selfie, I was at the podcast the next morning, so I was telling you boys the story about how this happened, whatever. Now I'll pause there. Am I in the wrong here for the double tap?
For the second double tap?
Yeah, the shirtless selfie double
The
tap.
shirtless selfie
Yes.
should have ended it
I don't
there.
know why you doubled. I wouldn't have reacted. Left it at that.
Exact scene.
Okay,
Yeah.
all right. So I've got that.
We are blaming you, the victim, for this.
Well, I'm not a victim. Yes.
Yes.
Then we're in Melbourne. And so I was staying with Sen, my partner, and his girlfriend as well. And Sen was in the shower at the time. And so I get another DM from this fellow. And I'm like, oh, fantastic. This will be a laugh. Let's show the girls, like, mate, look what this guy's doing. Because they like believed me, but they also didn't believe me. They thought I was selling porkies about this.
Yeah, because when you told us that morning, you said,
Yeah.
I was like, there's no way, because I looked at your Instagram profile. First of all, your pictures with your missus.
Yeah.
And then like your first 5 photos are also with your missus.
And you
then you
also
also went with your missus. So like, who does he think this woman is in your life?
So, yeah, so
A well wisher.
Yeah, dude.
yeah, so I came up, I was like, I'm getting rizzed up by this dude. And then they were all having a good old chuckle. Yeah, whatever, right? Anyways, in Melbourne, get the DM. Well, let's show these guys what's happening here. There's a video. I've opened the video, and it's this fellow jelking himself on a bed.
Oh, I knew it was going to happen sooner or later. I knew it.
Oh my day. So wait, Sen didn't see this at the
No.
time.
No.
It was,
Sen was also... Nah.
it was just Sen's missus, your missus.
So let
and
me...
you.
Yeah.
In
I
a
wanna
hotel room.
Yeah.
In
I
a
want to
hotel
picture
room.
you're in your hotel room.
Yeah.
You see, video there, and you're like,
This is gonna be
oh,
a
let's girls, let's gather around and have a look at this play.
I mean, I didn't think it was going to be that.
What was the initial reaction from?
Dude, okay.
Paint me a picture. Sell me a dream.
All right, I'll paint you the picture of the video, right? It
No,
was-
the video. That's all I want to know.
You
All
already
right?
painted it enough.
The exact question I've heard. What we need to know about the video.
No, it's because it's
Was it like the Drake video?
I've never seen the Drake video.
Oh yeah,
But
same.
it was him on a bed, and then it was like, no, relax. It was him on a bed, and the caption was, like naughty Sunday evenings or something like that, right? With like the devil emoji.
It was a Friday night as well.
And so I've seen that, but like there was nothing graphic just yet. And then like it slowly pans down to like the bed sheets.
So it was the back camera,
It was a back camera.
and he was probably panning ahead,
Ahead, yeah.
like probably to a window or something.
The horizon.
Yeah. So you were interested.
I was hooked.
given no subject
Yeah.
in the foreground.
You're telling me this guy's directorial technique. He fucking bad.
Cinematography.
Martin Scorsese over here.
The wide angle.
So he's panned down, and then like, so what happened was I immediately saw the cock.
Oi, Kush, clip. I need that clip.
And at that point, the girl screamed, and I was like a bit shocked. And I swiped down, so I didn't see the rest of the video, but I saw.
Can you
I
see
saw-
how long the rest of the video would have been?
No, because it was like a disappearing.
One of the bombs.
Yeah, the
So-
bomb Instagram stories. Anyway, so then there was a bit of silence there for a couple of seconds while I looked at Pranker and Cindy. I was like, look at them. I like, what do I do here?
I told you so.
Well, no, and then I was fine. I was like, okay, whatever. Like, this
You've
is
seen
like,
plenty of cocks in your life.
I was like, yeah, no, but I don't know why I agreed to that. Although we went to a boys' school.
Yeah.
It's yes and, man. It's no blocking in this podcast.
Continue.
And then I was like, I didn't know how to feel about
It is shocking. It is absolutely shocking.
because it was shocking. And also I felt like bad because I had like exposed like these girls through no
Unsoli-
fault of their own.
And you thought-
Unsolicited.
You thought this was going to be hilarious.
Yeah, because I thought it was going to be just like
Another shirtless pic
yeah,
or something.
saucy photo, not like the actual like
Yeah.
like a dick pic essentially. And yeah, then Pranker asked me like, "Oh, are you okay?" And then I walked out to get some Indian food, and I was having to think about.
That's a natural.
Hold on.
What was the name of the Indian restaurant
Yeah,
as well?
I was going to say that. So I walked out to go to an Indian restaurant to get some food for us. The name of the restaurant was Gaylord Indian, and I'm not even capping. So now I'm a bit rattled here, and Pranker's like, "Oh, are you okay?" And I was like thinking, I was walking out, I was like thinking, like, "Am I okay?" I was okay, but still
It was
nonetheless.
shocking. It was shocking.
Mate, I'll tell you, it was shocking.
You can't process that stuff immediately, which is it's nice of Priyanka to say that immediately as a first reaction kind of thing to you. But
Were they okay?
Yeah, they were okay.
yeah, that was wow. Sorry, when you said that story, all I could think of was Priyanka said, "Are you okay?" Then you just exited and went to an Indian.
You just like blank stare. Just
I need to get some Indian food now.
He looks up, pans up, and it's Gaylord.
Oh, but yeah, there you go. Look,
You're a victim.
massive rare unit.
what'd you do from there though?
Well, nothing. I just blocked him.
Blocked?
Blocked him. Called him a day.
I just love the sandwich,
Mm.
sauna, jerking off.
In that order.
If you ever want to rizz up someone, do not do that.
I'll put my hand up. Probably shouldn't have double tapped the shirtless, but
Nah, you asked
it was
for
a
it.
mistake. It was a mistake. I thought it was an accidental. Little did I know.
How did you think that was accidental in any
In
way?
no world, if any male sent me a shirtless photo without me explicitly asking,
Yeah.
am I doing anything with that photo?
No, if one of you boys sent me a shirtless, I'm double tapping that and maybe screenshotting.
One of the boys, all right, one of the close friends, some random guy that might be trying to tune.
No, but do you know what I mean? Like, I didn't even consider the possibility that I was getting rizzed up.
How did you not consider the possibility?
No, I was joking about it to you guys, but like, he's gay. I'm definitely not gay, as Manny said.
To clip that part up.
No, but I remember us talking about this, and we were very, very clear that you were getting rizzed up.
No, we were having a laugh. I thought it was all jokes.
No.
Haha, you're getting
No, he
rizzed
was
up.
you're getting riz. We can't believe he doesn't understand you're not
Yeah.
gay.
Yeah,
But
no,
we never said like, oh, he's probably might not be rizzing you. He was.
It was abundantly clear when you told her the first time. I don't, so
We didn't tell you to invite more.
I didn't invite the
you
second
should have
time.
unheart reacted that.
He didn't
No,
invite a
you
cock.
can't take the heart react back, bro.
Yes, you can. You can just
yeah,
double
but
tap
you
it
would
again.
have seen the notification.
Yeah, that is true, actually.
But yeah, look, public service, please
Yeah.
don't be sending out unsolicited dick pics. It's outrageous.
No,
Back to the segment. Where's the rareness? Who's rare?
everyone involved. You, him,
There is a bit of rareness
the
with,
girls.
with you guys.
Said is showering.
You
No,
guys-
That's
I'm
a
the
bit
innocent
rare.
one in all this.
Hey, ladies, come check this
Yeah.
out.
No, I could see that. If it wasn't a cock, it would have been a hoot and a half, as
Yeah.
Ro would say.
So you were expecting another shirtless.
No,
kind
I
of
don't know
thing.
what I was expecting, but it was a DM from this guy. I'm like, oh, it'll be good. Let me show these people. It'll
Because
be
in
funny.
what world do you think you're going to get a cock sent to your
A
phone?
video.
I
Yeah.
reckon the odds were pretty high.
I do
Yeah,
think
when
the
you were
odds were
saying
high.
you were getting photos, I was waiting for you to say one of them was a cock. I'll be
Yeah.
completely honest with you.
Yeah.
I kind of knew it was coming.
The video was very jarring, though. The honestly, the photo might have been like all right, but the video with the cinematography was insane.
Bro, I can't believe- yeah, that's the funniest shit.
Is
The fact
the
that you couldn't see it in the beginning of the video, you had to wait like
a little
3-4
teaser?
seconds.
So what's this video about?
It was a hook.
All right, the brother is rare for not understanding your Instagram profile and seeing that you're not gay. All right, I'll give you that. Is he rare from going from topless to dick pic? Is that also rare?
No, because he
Maneuver.
heart reacted.
He heart reacted.
So that was the
No.
next logical step.
But he said sorry. I was like, all good, brother. Don't worry about it.
yeah, that's a
He
classic.
tested the waters.
So if one of the boys is trying to rizz up someone and they do that exact transition, shirtless pic to dick pic, are we saying good
no,
fair
I'm
game?
hoping none of the boys are saying their
Yeah.
genitalia to anyone.
It's not a healthy or
Yeah,
natural
it's just not a
transition
normal
anyway.
thing to do.
Yeah, so he's rare. How am I getting victimized?
That's what I
for
mean.
this?
Is that rare? The fact that he's done that.
Yes.
Yes, it absolutely is rare, but you should not have heart reacted it anyway. Because
He's the victim. Don't blame the victim, Kush.
No, he invited a bit of it onto himself.
You did invite a bit of it. I'll be
you
honest.
absolutely did.
You could have said all good, brother, but no heart react.
We told you from the beginning. I think when you were telling the story the first time, sandwich picture hadn't come from memory. So you were just telling about the chat. And,
It was, yeah,
He
chat. It was just
messaged
chat.
only.
and we definitively said that you were getting rizzed up. 100%. But you went from sandwich to photo to video, man. Woo.
All right, that brings us to the end of the episode. If you did enjoy this one, you can find the rest of our episodes on Apple Podcasts and Spotify. Be sure to check out our YouTube, give us a subscribe there, and you can follow us on TikTok and Instagram.